YouTube, what it is, your boy Gettin, and I'm back with another video. I figure this would be a decent topic to kind of like talk about real quick. Is the what's the reasons why people continuously say Madden is trash? Madden is trash. Madden is doo-doo. It's a hot pile of garbage, and that's being disrespectful to garbage. All those things. Why do people keep saying that? And I'm going to explain why people are not happy with Madden every single year. What I'm about to say and the topics I'm going to bring up transcends one yearly title. So I think every year there's new issues, but these issues, these core issues, are the reason why all the Madden games have been so bad every single year. Every year, these four things are very apparent. And matter of fact, I'm gonna say three because the fourth one is kind of like a bonus. And let's start right there. The fourth, least important but most general. Oh, this game sucks because I'm not that good at it. Blah, 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 blah. Most Madden apologists point to this as to why people say Madden is trash. Yeah, every game, every video game that you play, if you're not good at it, you're not going to be happy with the game. There's some people out there who aren't that great. Like, I'm not that great at fighting games, but I love fighting games. I won't say a fighting game is trash because, you know, whatever the case is, but that's me. There are some people out there that will say that. But again, I think that reasoning is such a lowball reasoning. I think it's like a cop-out, so that these Madden apologists or EA influencers don't ever have to talk about content, right? So when they say, oh, get good, don't say that the game sucks. No. There's a lot of contextual reasons why Madden sucks. And it's not just Madden 23. This is Madden, all Maddens, every single Madden. The third reason, well, EA sucks at execution. Whatever that they put into the game, there's going to be some glitches, there's going to be some issues. Also, the game itself is going to have some issues. When you see videos of people still able to run through tackles or get knocked down or not get knocked down, and the play continues or it stops when they are not knocked down, or when they do get knocked down, they get up and keep running. And all these Maddens, that points to EA's execution and lack of programming skill and reviewing and testing the game. Their lack of execution is paramount in every Madden. There's so many issues that happen. It may not happen with your copy, but there's a video of it happening with somebody else's copy. I remember where game saves were corrupted. I remember just recently that just recent you're playing Face of the Franchise and you get traded to a team and they don't even tell you that they traded you to a team, and then you're playing on somebody else's field with another team. The lack of execution in EA Madden series is baffling. It's laughable. I've seen video of coaches with rainbow color arms, and this is just gameplay. This is just gameplay. Those things can be patched out, yes, but that happens in every single Madden game. There's always a programming issue. There's always glitches. There's always these weird things that should not happen with a AAA game. Just shouldn't. Number two is lack of production value. Yes, you have lack of execution, then you have lack of production value. When I see Madden, when I see the same animations over and over and over again, when they take out a feature, when they bring back that same feature and act like it's brand new, yes, that's lack of production value. They're recycling features, they're recycling animations, they're recycling cutscenes in some points. They don't want to put any money towards the game. You're paying $70 for a next gen game, and it's not even next gen. It's still a port from the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It's still a port from that. The engine that they're using, people say is bad, but no, the Frostbite engine is very powerful. It all depends on how you use it. It all depends on how you rework the engine to fit your game. And if you're not putting enough work to make the engine work for your game, okay, you're not putting any value, any R&D, research and development. Your engineers are on vacation, per se. Not to get down on any programmers or any engineers out there. It's what EA values in Madden to put you to work to make sure it's done correctly. Okay? I could keep going on about number 2. But let's go to the number 1 reason why people say Madden is trash. And whew, it's a big one, and I'm gonna try not to make it too long. Whew. Anyway, the simulation on-field football elements, features, is not part of EA's game plan. EA rather give you the idea of football. I'll give you a great example. So everybody's talking about how much they love the pass rush, and that's great. You know, I think that Madden, for a long time, had no pass rush, and quarterbacks could just sit back and, you know, wait until somebody get open and then throw the ball. This year, they tuned it. They didn't change anything. They just tuned it that offensive linemen, good, bad, elite offensive linemen, they block and let go of their block. They get turned around on pass rush within 2 seconds. That's the idea EA is trying to pass off as football. That's not football. Does that happen in the NFL? Yes, that happens, where a good or bad, terrible, I know all about terrible offensive lines. You know, my Giants has always had a terrible offensive line. Always. But we got one really good offensive lineman in Andrew Thomas. Hopefully he continues and doesn't get hurt. And hopefully Neil, the rookie that we just picked up in the first round, hopefully he progresses within the years. Anyway, do offensive linemen get off balanced and pushed around, or only block for like a half a second and it's a free run to the quarterback? Yes, that does happen. But that doesn't happen. That's not the only thing that happens. What else? Look, most of the time when defensive ends or even defensive tackles or whoever put pressure on the quarterback, when they get that sack, a lot of the time, the offensive linemen, the tackles, the guards, whomever, are still riding on the defensive linemen. They're still riding on these guys. That's the majority of the time where they get a sack or pressure on the quarterback, or even in the run game, same thing. They ride the hip to the defender, and the defender and the offensive lineman is in a constant struggle to steer where that defender is going. So if they happen to get close enough to the quarterback to tackle the quarterback, yes, they tackle the quarterback and sack the quarterback or hit the quarterback. But most of the time, it's the offensive lineman riding the hip or riding the defensive lineman. In Madden, all your sacks are going to come from free running players that don't get touched at all, or they get blocked for 1 second or whatever the time is, and it's just a free run to the quarterback. Again, that's the idea that EA is trying to push onto a simulation game. It's not simulation. It's not. It's EA's idea of football, instead of it trying to replicate what we see on TV. Those elements, and it's not just that, it's so many other elements. I give you another one. I just said that the best feature that EA has with Madden 23 is their version of maximum passing 1.2. Okay? Maximum passing, you could throw the ball and lead the wide receiver, or have the wide receiver thrown away from the defender. You could kind of fit that. You could throw fade routes just with maximum passing alone, and overthrow, depending on how accurate your quarterback is. So EA decides to put that in their game finally. I don't know what took them so long. It brings it up another point, but I don't know what took them so long. So in reality, when you lead a stationary or a moving target, accurate quarterbacks lead the receivers a bit, not 3 or 4 yards where the ball was going to be thrown, and the wide receivers actually are able to adjust to that football like that. You know how hard it is to adjust to a football when you're running at full speed? Only special wide receivers could do that. All wide receivers could do that just about in Madden. Just about. Tight ends, I see they can't do it. But you see, that goes to the production value. They're not going deep enough to make the game dynamic enough to where some tight ends might be able to do it, but no tight ends can do it. I don't know how exactly it goes, but all I know is it's not deep enough and it's not realistic enough. Like, literally, I can understand you throw the ball open to get a wide receiver open, but that's not this or that. You know, when you're throwing the ball and trying to lead the wide receiver, most wide receivers cannot adjust the way that they're adjusting in Madden this year. They can't, unless it's a lob, you know, or unless the ball is early or something like that. That's when they could really adjust. But they're allowing so much adjustment. It's arcade-like now. It's not even realistic. Or it's just the idea that EA is trying to convey onto their game instead of making it a simulation game. So those are the 4 reasons. And every Madden is like that. EA refuses to change those 4 reasons. Even if they can't change, oh, I suck at the game, and that's why it sucks. F that reason. Forget that. You know, 3 reasons. 3 reasons. F that reason. I'm mad he even brought that up. Giving any kind of breathing to these Madden apologists out here. The 3rd reason, they can make the game not glitch so much, but guess what? You still have the production value that's terrible. Face of the franchise is terrible. Oh wow, you got more positions. But is the actual storyline, the gameplay, all that, is that really dynamic? Is it dynamic like NBA 2K, where you may not even get drafted, where you have to go to a semi-pro league? They have that in NBA 2K. Why don't they have that in Madden? Production value. They don't want to spend any money. Simulation. Why aren't the another element? Why isn't zone gameplay, zone defense gameplay? Why is it not adaptive? Why is it a dice roll on how they play zone defense? Why can't I scheme to make a zone defense play a certain player a certain type of way? Why is it either random or just terrible? You know, I've seen already, and this is, again, simulation element and a production value. They don't put any money into their AI. I've seen safeties in cover 2, cover 1, whatever. It does not matter the cover. The safeties are not covering the threat. They are just covering the play art. That has been in Madden for years. And that's not simulation. That's low production value. That's why these reasons I'm giving you, these 3 reasons, is why people say Madden is trash every year. And that's why they say it's the same game every year. Those reasons, they're not even trying to update, to upgrade these elements. They're not. They're just letting it go. They're just letting it go. They're selling a game on a dead man's legacy. John Madden. R.I.P. John Madden. Much respect to the family and the legacy and the man himself. EA has no respect for John Madden. They're selling the game on his name, saying we had to make the game great because he passed away. And the game is not that. It's still shallow. It's still the same game that we've been playing. Just a little bit features that they added in the game that probably was already in there. Hit everything don't even work right. Okay, I'm done. I'm turning it into a rap. Peace out. 16-minute video, but I had to drop some. Peace.